In this video, we are going to learn about the CMOS, which is complementary metal oxide semiconductor. So, it is a type of computer memory in the form of integrated circuit with size of 256 byte, and it is a memory element is used to store information. Memory can be volatile as well non-volatile. So, it is non-volatile memory. When the power is off, data gets erased. So, CMOS technology. Now coming to the CMOS technology. It uses both type of transistor, which is P-type and N-type, and which is used to design of various logic function. At the same time, one transistor turns on and the other type of transistor gets off. So it allows design of various logic devices by using simple switches, and which simplify various complicated gate structure. So to get the knowledge about CMOS, we have to learn the concept of NMOS and PMOS. Now you can see in the logic diagram of NMOS, which is N type of metal oxide semiconductor. It consists of three terminal, which is gate, drain and source. So in this substrate is p type and the source is n type with drain diffuse on it. इसमें मेजॉरिटी कैरियर्स इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं. जब भी हाई वोल्टेज अप्लाई होता है गेट पे तो एनमॉस कंडक्ट करता है और जब लो वोल्टेज अप्लाई होता है गेट पे तो एनमॉस कंडक्ट नहीं करता है, विच मीन्स एनमॉस इज ओनली ऑन फॉर हाई वोल्टेज. एनमॉस इज ऑन फॉर हाई वोल्टेज and it gets off for low voltage, or it is faster than PMOS since electrons travel faster than holes. Now coming to PMOS you can see the logic diagram of PMOS. The gate terminal is pointing inside, so it is same as NMOS, but the difference is gate terminal pointing towards the source and drain terminal, and it in the source is p type and substrate is n type, and drain diffuse on n type of substrate. In this majority carriers are holes. जब भी हाई वोल्टेज अप्लाई होता है गेट पे तो PMOS कंडक्ट नहीं करता है. जब लो वोल्टेज अप्लाई होता है गेट पे तो PMOS कंडक्ट करता है, और इट इज़ नॉट अफेक्टेड बाय नॉइस एज कम्पेयर टू एनमॉस. ये इट इज़ मोर इम्यून टू नॉइस. ये बहुत इम्यून होता है नॉइस के. ये इफ़ेक्ट नहीं होता है नॉइस से एज कम्पेयर टू एनमॉस. सो now coming to CMOS inverter, you can see the logic diagram of CMOS inverter. It consists of it is a combination of both PMOS and NMOS. PMOS is usually pull up and NMOS is pull down in the logic diagram. So PMOS is on for low voltage and NMOS is on for high voltage. You remember the point. So in the truth table of inverter, we give two input 0 and 1. As you can see in the truth table, we give two input 0 and 1. So Q1 is PMOS and is on for low voltage, which is 0, and NMOS is off, so we get high output voltage. Due to Q1 we get output from VDD, and Q1 is short circuited. You can see in the diagram we get output from Q1 by VDD. So Q1 is short circuited, so it get output from VDD. We get high output, and when output is connected to VDD, remember the point, when output is connected to VDD we get 1 is output or we get high output. When the output is connected to ground we get low output or zero output. So in inverter we apply two input, which is 0 and 1. PMOS is on for 0 as it gets on for low voltage, and MOS gets off for 0, and MOS is on for high voltage. Due to Q1 we get high output by VDD in the first case when we apply 0 input. For 1, when we apply input 1, So Q1 is off for high voltage. So NMOS is always on for high voltage. So due to NMOS we get low output by the ground. So it is the truth table of CMOS inverter. Now coming to the CMOS NAND gate. You can see in the logic diagram of CMOS NAND gate, it consists of PMOS and NMOS NAND logic. PMOS is pull up and NMOS is pull down. We can implement NAND gate by using CMOS. In the table of CMOS NAND logic, we take combination of input. We take combination of input as 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. So now the Q1 and Q2 are PMOS and Q3 and Q4 are NMOS, and V0 is output. So in NAND gate we get when we take low input it gives high output. Any of input is low, so output is high. So first we take 0 input. Q1 and Q2 are on for low input as PMOS is on for low input, and NMOS Q3 and Q2 gets off. NMOS is only on for high voltage and off for low voltage. So due to Q1 and Q2 we get high output due to VDD. When one input is low, in the another case when one input is low and the other input is high, so Q1 is on or on for low voltage and Q2 is off for high voltage. Now Q3 is off for low voltage and Q4 is on for high voltage. So we get high output due to Q1 by VDD. And Q2 is open circuited and Q3 is also open circuited. So when in another case when one input is high, as we can see in the truth table of the NAND gate, when one input is high which is 1 and other input is low which is 0, so in this case Q1 is off and Q2 gets on. It is short circuited and Q3 is on and Q4 gets off. So we get high output due to Q2 by VDD. Because the Q2 in the circuit diagram, Q2 is short circuited and we get output by VDD. In the next case, when both the input is high, which means when we give input 1 and 1, also other input is 1, so Q1 and Q2 gets off and Q3 and Q4 gets on. So they are short circuited and we get output 0 due to ground. So we can implement NAND gate by using CMOS and output is same as the output of NAND gate. Now coming to the CMOS NOR gate, which is also important. So now you can see in the logic diagram of CMOS NOR gate. Again the PMOS is pull up and NMOS is pull down. We take input combination again as 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. In NOR gate, if any of the input is high, we get low output. If both the input is low, we get high output. So in NOR gate is implemented by using CMOS in this case. So when both, in the first case, when both the input is low, which is A is 0 and B is also 0, then Q1 and Q2 is on as PMOS is on for low voltage and Q3 and Q4 is off, NMOS is on for high voltage. We get high output due to Q1 and Q2 by VDD. We get output through Q1 and Q2 by VDD. As Q1 and Q2 are short circuited and Q3 and Q4 are open circuited. So when one input is low, in the other case, when A is 0 and B is 1 and another is high, Q1 is on and Q2 is off, Q3 is off and Q4 is on, as Q4 is short circuited and we get low output due to ground. When one input is high and another in the other case, when one input is high, which means A is 1, and another input is low, which is B is 0, then in this case Q1 is off and Q2 is on, Q3 is again on and Q4 is off. Q3 is short circuited. You can see in the diagram Q3 is short circuited and we get low output due to ground. Q3 makes path due to ground. So Q3 is short circuited, and in this case we get low output due to ground. So when in the next case, when the both input are high, which means A is high and again B is high, in this case Q1 and Q2 are off as PMOS is on for low voltage. Both NMOS Q3 and Q4 gets on, and Q3 and Q4 are short circuited. As you can see in the diagram, uh, you can match with the diagram. Q3 and Q4 are short circuited in this case, so we get low output due to ground, as when the output is connected to VDD, remember the point, as when the output is connected to VDD we get 1 as output. When it is connected to ground, so we get 0 output. So and we can implement NOR gate by using CMOS again. And so now coming to the application of CMOS. The main advantage of CMOS over NMOS and bipolar technology is much smaller power dissipation, and it is most popular technology in computer, and it is used in the form of IC, chip design technology, which is used in form of integrated circuit. In computer memory, CPU, cell phone make use of this technology, and which uses P and both type of channel, P channel and N channel semiconductor devices. So it is most popular MOSFET technology. It is most important semiconductor technology as well for microprocessor and microcontroller chips and memories like random access memory, read only memory, erasable programmable read only memory, and application specific integrated circuit. So here it is the application and the uses of CMOS. Now coming to the overview of CMOS fabrication. Here is only the overview of CMOS fabrication. So it involves 3 steps, which is N-well, P-well and twin tube process. So in N-well N type material diffuse होता है P type substrate पे. In P-well P type material diffuse होता है N type substrate पे. In twin tube process NMOS and PMOS transistor develop होता है wafer पे by diffusion over an epitaxial. A, epitaxial is a type of crystal growth. So the steps of making CMOS using N-well. Now the steps are, it includes 20 steps. So first step is to get the substrate, second is oxidation process, step 3 growing of photoresist, and step 4 is masking process, and step 5 is removal of unexposed photoresist, and step 6 is etching process, step 7 is removal of whole photoresist layer, and the next step is formation of N-well, and step 9 is removal of SiO2 layer, step 10 deposition of polysilicon, and step 11 is formation of gate region, step 12 is oxidation process, step 13 is masking and diffusion process, step 14 is removal of oxide, step 15 include p-type diffusion, step 16 is laying of thick field oxide, step 17 is metallization, step 18 is removal of excess metal, Step 19 is formation of terminal, and step 20 is assigning the terminal. I hope you guys understand about the whole process of CMOS fabrication as well. What is CMOS? CMOS, about CMOS inverter, and NMOS and PMOS as well, and the implementation of CMOS.